Hello, everyone. It is I, James the Squirrel, and I'm here with the goat of wrestling. That would be me. Yeah,
Oh,
that's clearly me. I am the goat, and you are clearly the donkey.
how dare. How absolutely goddamn dare.
But you carry me.
Okay, this is allowable.
Anyway, yeah, I'm here with Nikki B as usual. We don't have guests. We just have us two, and we blather on about how good NXT is and how much we like indie wrestling at times.
Yeah, yeah. NXT was okay this week.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it wasn't amazing. Oddly enough, 205 Live was way better.
Mm.
Yeah,
205 Live was really good. Like anything that
yeah,
wasn't main roster WWE was good, oddly enough.
yeah. Like that Cedric Alexander Noam Dar I Quit match was goddamn,
And
goddamn,
and and the
goddamn.
aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia drops Mike.
What a heel.
Yeah, he's really good. Um, so this week we had a debut.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Um,
Now, this does kind of reveal one of the people who will not be making it through to the round of 16 in WCPW's World Cup.
yeah, but for one thing, the U.S. bracket's pretty stacked.
Oh yeah,
Like, so that's understandable. But even if it wasn't, like, they let the NXT guys do their indie date or always finish their indie dates.
oh yeah, like the way I look at it is he'll be able to do his like his thing, but he isn't winning his bracket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
But
there is enough people where they could just, if he was supposed to win, they can just give it to someone else. It's not like a bracket where he's the main star and then there's a lesser one.
mm-hmm,
Mm.
right.
Um, so the
So
the
yeah.
the
Oh
him
yeah,
we are
we
talking
never actually
about.
we never actually meant yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to say we never actually said who the person was.
yeah, I was
The
get.
first match of this week was Aleister Black versus Bobby Fish.
So I want to point something out. Very
Mm-hmm.
recently, Kyle O'Reilly had appeared on NXT, not the show
Mm-hmm.
itself, but in NXT. He
Yeah.
hasn't signed yet, but as Stephen Larson, we might be getting to Dragon again.
We are going confirmed here on Haymakers NXT Will Dragon again.
Honestly, they need a good tag team, and Red Dragon is a good tag team.
Okay, is it Red Dragon or Redragon?
It's Red Dragon, and Redragon is their joke because they re as in we're going to re up our thing and dragon. We're going to re dragon
Ah,
again.
okay. So do you think Red Dragon is going to take those tag titles off of the authors? Because, like, I
From
don't know if.
let's hold on to that for later. Let's
Okay.
leave that for the end because we can talk about that in the main event. But
All right.
this match, God, it put over
Mm-hmm.
both men so well.
Yeah. Before we get into the match, like while Alistair was coming out, like I saw Izzy in the crowd and she was bobbing her head to Alistair's theme.
Izzy is
Uh,
amazing. She's so adorable.
I don't know what it is, but there's something infinitely adorable about small children like dancing to heavy metal music.
There's like Izzy just bobbing along, and then there's this guy just massively headbanging.
Yeah. But yeah, Bobby Fish got a pretty good reaction. For those who
But
don't know like his
he's
credentials, he's a hmm?
Bobby. He's Bobby fucking Fish.
Yeah, but on the scale of like indie stars, like he's not in the same class as like say Samoa Joe or
Well, See,
Bobby Roode. He's more in that James Storm kind of level.
he is tricky because unless you're a very very hardcore wrestling fan and you watch the indie scene,
Hmm.
you won't know about him. But if you watch the indie
Right.
scene, you know about him. The thing with like the TNA guys, they can kind of get away with it because they were on TV all over the world.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So there's like those guys, and then there's like 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 me and you might not get hyped for a guy from Mexico that's massive over in Mexico but hasn't made any impact in the rest of the world. But someone from
Yeah.
Mexico will be like, wow. Mm.
But yeah, he's a three-time Ring of Honor Tag Champ, two-time IWGP Junior Tag Champ, and a former Ring of Honor Television Champion.
I also
Like,
believe PWG champion at one point. Let me check.
if if so, Wikipedia didn't say anything about it because I didn't see anything about that. But like of the two people of Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly is definitely the more decorated single star of the two because I think Kyle O'Reilly won the Ring of Honor championship, right?
Um, I would have to check, which wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, I think he was the guy who took it off Adam Cole. Bye bye.
Bobby Fish is a former television champ,
Hmm.
as well for Ring of Honor.
I said that.
Yep. 1 second. Oh, Bobby Fish was trained by Harley Race.
Yeah, they actually did mention that during the match.
Hmm.
Like they made sure to list all of Bobby Fish's credentials, make sure people who are watching who may not know about his Ring of Honor work, hey, this guy's fucking legit.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly is a former Battle of Los Angeles winner, PWG champion, um, former Ring of Honor world champion, former multi-time tag champ with Bobby Fish. That's yeah, like he is slightly more over because he's kind of like how do I put it? He's his style is more kind of like a strong style,
Hmm.
grapple based strong style.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas Fish seems to be a kind of a submission sorta like he's got some good strikes, but like his they mentioned that his finisher's a heel hook submission called the fish hook.
Mm.
Solid name.
Solid. Yeah,
But
Bobby Fish does a fish hook. Yeah.
yeah, with a last name like that, you knew it was going to be some kind of fish pun.
Yeah. Some fish
But
pun or
yeah,
fishing pun.
yeah. I think one of his other finishers is called sleeping with the fishes. Ha 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 ha.
Yes. Um,
So this was fun.
yeah, it was a
Like,
really good match. Both guys, like, it wasn't one sided, which is the one thing I was worried about when I heard, like, we kind of both knew that Bobby Fish was going to be debut soon, and when I heard it was going to be against Aleister Black, I was like, oh.
hmm,
And I was like,
yeah,
either this match is going to be amazing, which it was, or it's going to be Aleister
mm,
Black kicking his head in. But luckily, it was amazing.
yeah. Although there was that, there was definitely some head kicking in.
Well,
But
I mean, just like a quick match where he just
right,
does a few kicks, Black Mass done.
yeah. Um, th- like there was one little thing I noticed during this match. Like, Alistair was smiling a bit more during this match.
I think it's
Like there was at least two instances where where after like a good strong kick or something, he would like kneel down and just kind of do a little smirk at him.
I think it's a combination of um Alistair, if you look at the people he's faced, he hasn't been with someone he already has like he's faced a lot, so he's not sure
Hmm.
how hard he can go.
Yeah, I actually looked this one up, and I wanted to see if Alistair had ever faced um, Bobby Fish, and I could only find one time ever when those two had gone against each other,
Hmm.
and it was in a tag team match. Red Dragon taking on the Sumerian Death Squad, which is the best name in all of wrestling.
That being the team of
Of
Tommy and
Are you trying to guess it?
no, I'm waiting for you to
Oh, Michael Dante.
don't know who that is.
Yeah, me
Ah,
neither. But it's still a great name.
oh yeah, great name. So
And in case you're wondering, Red Dragon picked up the win
yeah, it's
in that.
Red Dragon.
So yeah, uh, uh, so Alistair got his win back here
Yeah,
from a match in WXW.
mm,
This.
Alistair got his win. Same way as it usually is. Black Mass, 1, 2, 3.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Um,
like he hit flush on this one because like I went back and rewatched it and like there was no slapping of the thigh here.
mm.
Like he kicked this dude right in the fucking head.
Yeah, so some people you can do that too.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you've both got to trust each other to be in the right spot and kick the right spot and such.
Mhm.
Side note, I'm watching Evo.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Cool. But yeah, beautiful black mass. That's your pin. Nice job all around. Bobby Fish is not getting buried.
No,
And
that was a solid match for Bobby Fish. If he was versing someone like he would have won if it was facing someone like um what's his
no way,
name?
Jose.
Yeah, like No Way Jose, CN, something like that. He would have won, but he's against Alistair Black, and like it's like Alistair Black. What I see for the heavyweight standings at the moment is obviously Killian Dane um, and
McIntyre?
and yeah, Drew McIntyre, which are getting a match next week for the number one
Yep.
contendership. Which my God, that's going to be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I would probably put Alistair Black as like he's in that third spot.
Right.
He's like he is a close contender in the heavyweight scene, definitely. If they had I don't think he would have a like if they had a secondary bout in WWE in not WWE in NXT. I don't think he'd have it. I think he would have lost it like a month or two ago to someone, and he's now going after that main title. If they were going to have a second
Yeah.
title,
Yeah, I think it would have blown by it. But yeah.
I could also
So after
he's also one of those guys who I could see blowing by the NXT heavyweight champion and going straight to main roster.
yeah.
Anyway,
Um, so next up, they did a recap of Itami and Ono's loss to Sanity. Itami was blaming Ono for the loss, and Ono said that Itami's been blaming everybody else for his problems.
which is true.
Like they're both kind of true, yeah.
Well,
But
in a tag team match, it's like you can't be blaming your tag team partner no, unless they literally drop the ball. Well, but uh, as far as like all the other stuff with all Hideo's other losses, that's on him.
yeah, yeah. It's not great. But yeah, we're getting a takeover match between these two. Like I
Oh
am
yeah.
sure of it.
Next week we're probably going to
Yeah.
get that kind of like the Hideo turn, and
Yeah, probably.
because
After that, we got.
he's been playing heelish, but like next week or the week after he'll go like that's when he'll attack Cass.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds right. So after that, there was this Snapchat video of this new tag team that's coming up called the Street Profits. It's Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, and it was kind of just them roaming around full sail in places they weren't supposed to be.
Mm.
So
See, the thing that
that's
makes no
neat.
sense
Uh,
though is we know that they're NXT stars, and we
hmm
can see that they're in the NXT Performance Center. They're allowed to be there, correct?
I don't think they were in the. I don't think they were in the performance center. I think they were at at the university.
I don't think so.
That's what I got from it,
I,
but
I
I don't
will
know.
go back and rescind my statement. I will go back and rewatch this, and if I'm wrong, I will rescind my statement last week. I will rescind my statement next week, is what I mean.
Okay. But yeah, it looks like they'll probably debut either at or after Brooklyn.
Hmm.
Mm, they got a cool logo.
See, I don't like Snapchat because I don't understand it.
I
Why?
have no idea how it works.
Like
Like
with
the only reason I know it was a Snapchat video is because it like
the
right
had
as it started, it showed their Snapchat icon.
yeah, and it's like I can get it. Yeah, the kids might like it, but the kids aren't gonna be the ones like that. Wrestling audience
I
is
don't know.
getting older, not younger.
Well, the NXT audience is still pretty young, but like so, and most people around that age kind of get the Snapchat thing. I just don't. I need someone to explain it to me.
Yeah, but
I need
that's
like
the
me.
problem.
Sheesh.
Eventually, they go to Maine, and then what happens? They're gonna be like,
They're gonna be crime time.
yeah,
Don't even try and
they're
pretend like they
gonna be
won't be.
crime time, but they're gonna be the millennial crime time.
Yeah. That's Vince. Da 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 da.
Out of touch.
Yeah. After that, they tried to interview Patrick Clark, and he was having fucking none of it. Um, he said this wasn't the appropriate place. Told her to figure something else out. Blah blah blah. Velveteen. Blah blah.
Rule one: take an interview whenever you can. Get your name out there.
Mm,
Like even if you're a heel,
yeah.
yeah, just makes no sense.
Anyway, next there was a Mae Young qualifier match. Vanessa Bourne
Ah,
Vanessa Bourne versus Jamie Heike.
this
Heike.
match was
Heike?
shit.
Not great. And if this match was this bad and they still put it on air, how fucking bad was last week's match? Like,
Botchamania, dun, 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 dun. Botchamania.
yikes.
Like,
But anyway, so
honestly, I watched half of it and then I went, "Oh God, this is terrible," and I went and made a cream cheese sandwich.
oh, okay.
Well, cream cheese on
But yeah,
toast, but
yeah, that's how sandwiches work.
well, not all sandwiches have toast.
Oh, well, toast. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bourne used to be Danielle Kamela,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of looks like Layla.
Kinda.
Yeah. And Jamie Heishi is fucking jacked. Like she looks
Yeah.
buff as heck. She got abs for days.
Abs for days.
hmm And like this match was like maybe 90 seconds, and Vanessa won with a uh, kind of a belly to back spinning suplex with a heel or with a leg hook.
Mm.
Like, not the best.
Just because something is complicated to do does not make it a good finisher.
Yeah. It was basically just a belly to back suplex with a bit
Mm.
of a spin to it. But after that, something slightly better. There was a video of Drew McIntyre getting beaten up by Sanity, and he got thrown into a garbage can. Afterwards, there was a backstage segment with William Regal and Bobby Roode, and like they just look like they were literally just having a conversation before, and then someone said action, and then they did this.
Yeah, they were talking about, hey, did you see the G1 specials? Yeah, that was really good stuff. And it's like, and then they go,
Guys,
okay,
we were about to
action.
film.
Guys, we're about to film. Oh,
Uh,
sorry. Yeah, action.
This is Bobby Roode. Have you seen the skirmish between Killian Dane and Drew McIntyre? I've heard they're both undefeated. Let's put them in a match together for the number
I,
one contendership.
I do like the fact that they both agreed. Yeah, that's a really good match, and it makes sense.
Yeah, logic in my WWE. It's more
Never,
likely than you think.
never, no, not while Vince is still alive.
Yeah. Next, Johnny Gargano comes out. And he comes out to DIY's theme in Titantron.
Gets a
That's
decent pop.
problematic. Oh yeah. Yeah, crowd was like, whoa! Gargano! Johnny wrestling, clap, 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 clap.
They seemed tired.
Yeah, I think this was right near the end of a taping.
Hmm.
I could be wrong on that.
So could I. They could have just been like not as hyped as I thought they should be for him coming back.
Yeah, like once the music stopped and he was in the ring, like they did give him a pretty strong reaction, I think. But like
Mm.
upon hearing his, you know what I think it was? I think that
They were
like
they were expecting a new theme for him.
yeah, and just hearing the old DIY theme, especially with the DIY Titantron, was just like, oh, this just makes me remember bad times.
Yeah. Like
So, but luckily, after his promo, they gave him a new song.
I think that's gonna be his new song, but I could also be terribly wrong.
Oh no, that's his new theme. I'm sure of it.
Hmm.
But as for what he said in the promo, he said that that music used to get him excited because the crowd was going to see something really special. And he also said he never thought that the guy that he'd be willing to take a bullet for would pull the trigger on him. That was a really good line.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand, or he doesn't think he'll ever understand why Ciampa did it, but he's not going to dwell on the past, and that he needs to get back to doing what he loves, which in this case is not Candice LeRae.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
These are jokes, people. And he says he has to be on the Takeover Brooklyn card.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have a
he
match.
also says he has to be Johnny Gargano again. He has to be Johnny Wrestling.
Yeesh.
Yes. And the crowd popped for that.
Hmm.
After
So yeah,
that was what?
he'll probably have a match and he'll probably lose to someone.
Never know.
Yeah. Um, they announced a couple of matches for next week. They confirmed Killian Dane versus Drew McIntyre for the number one contendership, and also Ember Moon versus Ruby Riott.
Yes, which they said they were going to do eventually. I believe like last week.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't say that this was for the number one contendership, but it's kind of basically for the number one contendership, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. So after that, we go into our main event. Heavy Machinery versus the Authors of Pain for the tag team titles.
This match was
Now,
stiff.
yeah. Like, this match was basically just four dudes running at each other really hard. Something kind of nitpicky that I want to bring up.
Mm.
Um, when they were announced by Mike Rome, they were billed at 615 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a little tail of the tape thing before this match started, and the Authors were built at 555 pounds on that. Now, normally I wouldn't bring this up because, like, people, like, the weight thing kind of differs whenever it needs to, but,
Mm.
like, this match was, like,
What was
advertised because of its size.
what was the weight difference?
About 60 pounds.
Okay, so
They were,
say if it was like a
yeah,
handful of pounds, you could just say,
yeah,
"Oh, they've worked out a bit. They're slightly lighter." Blah 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 blah.
yeah. 60 pounds, though. 30 pounds
That's
between both guys.
like if it was 10 pounds between both guys, guys like 20 pound total or something like that, or even 30. I could go. Okay, yeah, they're just a little bit lighter because like reasons, like better
Mm-hmm.
diet or something.
Yeah. But, like, this whole match was built because it was, like, quote unquote the largest match in NXT history, and they didn't get the fucking weights right.
I know that makes no sense. Like,
That's
okay,
dumb.
just literally all you have to do is give him the tail of the tape thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then he reads off that. It's like,
Yeah. Also, Morrow called them All Night, Tucker Night, and Otis Dozer Dozovich.
aha.
Yeah,
I can
that's
get
not bad.
behind I can get behind Dozer Dozovich because like a dozer is heavy machinery.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's the nickname of a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Night does not fit that Nick, or does not fit Tucker.
Hmm.
Or it might fit Tucker, but it doesn't fit Tucker's character.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, this is kind of just a hoss off. Like,
Which is
there was one
fine,
kind of
and the match was really good for what it was.
yeah, yeah. There was this one kind of fun part where Otis and Razor were like squaring up to one another and like gotten right in each other's face. And Razor tried to clothesline Otis a couple times, and Otis was just like, ah.
No sell, no
And
sell, no
on the
sell.
and on the third time, like he just ran at Razor and just knocked him to the ground. And for some dumb reason, Nigel said that this was the first time that Razor had been knocked down.
if if we really
Uh,
wanted to do some great editing now, this is where we show every time he's been knocked down.
yeah, someone else can do that, but like they were in a ladder match.
Well,
Like,
uh, I could get behind it
yeah,
if he was meaning this is the first time someone has knocked him off his feet like that. Because that's not the same as
he had
someone. That's
he
not
took
the.
a shatter machine.
Okay,
They've
yeah,
both taken a shatter machine.
yeah. Never mind. That's like.
That's dumb, Nigel. Why would you say that?
I only say stuff like that if it's true. Otherwise, you look like an
I would
idiot.
expect that from Percy.
True. I
But
kind of feel
anyway,
racist, but like I say this every time, but the black man can't commentate in wrestling.
just wait till Titus retires. He'll be great.
Shut up. I don't want that, and you know it.
This is a thing I want. Titus Brent or Titus Worldwide is the future.
I could see him as. You know what? Now I want something really badly. Titus
Hmm?
as GM.
Oh, that could work.
I
You
want
know
that
he'd just
now.
give title shots to his own guys, right?
So,
Okay. As long as we're on the same page, then we're yeah, okay.
also, my statement about the black man can't commentate stretches to TNA, sadly.
Talking about the Pope.
Yep.
Uh, I'd heard kind of okay things about D'Angelo. That sucks. Oh well. So there was a couple of cool spots in this, or a couple other cool spots. Dozovich hit an amazing overhead suplex on Akam, just tossed
Yeah.
him across the ring.
Like, this match shows that, like, both of these teams are incredibly strong.
Yeah, yeah, because like pretty much all four of these guys got tossed around at some point or another, and it just made them all look like fucking behemoths.
The one thing I am disappointed in is there was no like double suplex moment where like one team suplexes the other.
I don't think there was room in the ring for that.
There's always room in the ring if you can do it. I have seen an eight. I have seen a 10-man and Xplex. Literally 10 men, 5 men suplexing another 5 men.
Wow. That that probably didn't end well, did it?
That was that was a massively indie wrestling moment in Australia.
Yeah.
Australians
See
are
that
crazy,
that's
by the way.
indiest. That's the indiest finish.
5 man tag match.
But
How are we gonna end it? Everybody suplex.
um so they tried for the compactor at the end,
Mm.
and uh Knight bounced off the rope and ate a big boot. Otis got DDT'd and then ate the last chapter, and it's your pinfall. Like, not the greatest match I've ever seen, but like for what it was, I'll take
Serviceable.
it. Yes. After that, they're celebrating in the ring. Ellering was like undefeated, and Sanity's music hit, and yeah, you had Dane Wolf and Nikki Cross at the top of the ramp, and it just started raining pieces of paper.
Which we are later
And,
told is the pages of the authors of the Book of Pain or whatever it is.
yeah,
That kind of got
I
lost in
feel
translation.
yeah, I feel like the people in the Full Sail crowd were looking at that like, why are they? Why?
You know what would have been better? Nikki Cross actually has the book, opens it up, and then just starts ripping them out and throwing them up in the air and dancing around.
That would
That would have served the same purpose, but looked better and more and would have made more sense. And you would have instantly known what
right.
it was.
Yeah, that would have made total sense. Like this though, like
Less sense.
eh, yeah, you definitely need some
Also,
context for.
also, they're calling the fact that see, this is the thing that annoys me. They're calling the fact that Killian Dane is losing.
Not necessarily, because the
So
match
he,
at
he
Brooklyn
so
might.
so he's going to have 2 matches at Brooklyn.
Oh, the match at Brooklyn might be Eric Young and
Well, then why
Wolf,
wasn't Eric Young there? In fact,
because
Eric Young's been missing for a while now.
because during this round of tapings, Eric Young's mom died.
Oh, yep, that would explain it.
Yeah, so he wasn't there for that round of tapings. But I heard he was. I think he's back for this round. So
Hmm.
like that's why he wasn't there. I just
also,
brought this whole thing down beautifully, haven't I?
I can fix this.
Go on.
As of recording this, tomorrow is the G1 climax.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That makes
I thought there
everyone
was more
feel
to say.
that what the G1 climax doesn't make you happy to be a wrestling fan. Makes me happy. Makes me insanely happy. Means I'll get good wrestling every week.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. So that's everything, I think.
Yeah. Next week will be out sooner because we like recently Nikki has gotten a new job and the time we usually do it had to change and we organized that between like this last episode of TNA when it came out and now when we're recording it.
Of TNA.
NXT. It's because of the T and the N and the T in both names. The difference of it.
Watch next week as Andrade jobs to Scott Steiner.
You know he would too.
Fat aces.
We will see you next week.
No simpy.